Hey guys, it's Miss Lowry. I'm going to walk you through an explanation of the English 3 summer assignment. So first things first, how do we find the assignment? Well, the easiest way is to go to my blog at shelbylowry.wordpress.com. So just go to my blog and this is it. So be aware that if you log in several times, this picture does change. So as long as you're at shelbylowry.wordpress.com, you see this, you're in the right spot. Now, I've made several posts since I posted the assignments. So you're going to have to scroll all the way down to the very bottom to find the assignments. Here it is, it was posted on June 17th. It says summer reading. So if you click on summer or English 3 summer reading, it'll bring up the PDF file of the assignment. All right, so here's the assignment, English 3. I'm going to read this to you just so that I know you've heard it. Note, this summer assignment completed and typed is due the first day of class, no exceptions. These assignments are intended to challenge your critical reading skills and strengthen your writing skills. You need to complete each category. If you have any questions or concerns regarding the selected novel or the assignment, please contact Miss Lowry at shelby.lowry@bonhamisd.org before July 15th. Guys, I know it says July 15th, but I just kind of put that out there hoping everybody would have started prior to now, at least started reading prior to now. This is just giving you an explanation of the things that you're supposed to be doing with the novel, which you've still got plenty of time to do. So anyways, I'm free to answer any questions via email anytime. So there's my email. Use it if you have a question. All right, so I'm going to go through this by category because it's just the easiest way. It's how it's designed. So category 1, you're going to read How to Read Literature Like a Professor. I actually have provided that for you free in my blog. The whole book is there in a PDF file. And like I said, it's free. So there's no need to purchase that one. But this book is really, really great in giving you understanding of how to analyze literature. It's broken down by chapter. It'll talk about like characters that sit down and have a meal together in a piece of literature. What does that mean? What could that possibly mean? And the things to look for. It's really, really entertaining. It's not a boring read by any means. And it's just really, really great to help you understand how to analyze literature and think critically about what you're reading, which lays a great foundation for your junior and senior year. So definitely read it. It's really funny, and I think you'll enjoy it, and it'll be really helpful as well. So category 2 is personal glossary of terms. You're going to look up and define in your own words. Let me repeat that again. You're going to look it up, you're going to define it, but you're going to define them in your own words. So the words that you're going to be looking up are located at the bottom of this PDF file. I've also provided sources for you to use to look up the definition of these terms. So when you type them, they do have to be in MLA format. I've provided a link for you here, as well as I've actually linked to this site off of my blog. This will give you great explanation and resources in explaining how to set your paper up and type everything in MLA format. You're going to need to become proficient in MLA format, as that's what you'll be typing in your junior and senior year. So make sure that you are very comfortable and knowledgeable on the MLA format. So again, for category 2, you're going to look up the definitions for all of these words, and you're going to define them in your own words. Basically, if you have to come up to me and explain to me what, let's say, juxtaposition is. Say I have no clue what juxtaposition is. You're going to have to tell me in your own words what juxtaposition means. All right, so that's what I'm asking you to do, and I'm asking you to do that in MLA format. Don't forget, whatever source you use to look up the definition of your words to help you put it in your own words, guys, you got to cite your sources. So make sure and do that in MLA format. Again, I've provided 5 sources for you to help you look up those terms. All right, so that's category 2. Category 3, you're going to read the Scarlet Letter. I've also provided the full text of the Scarlet Letter on my blog in a PDF file, and I've also provided a link to a YouTube video that is the entire audiobook of the Scarlet Letter to help you. So read the Scarlet Letter, it's category 3, read the book. As you're reading, I want you to look for reoccurring words, ideas, symbols, themes, and situations. Guys, think about diction. Again, diction is simply word choice. What types of words is Hawthorne using? What would happen if you change those words? Would it change the meaning of the text for you? So think about word choice. Think about tone. Think about your figurative language, similes, metaphors, personification, and other ways that Hawthorne's language creates meaning from the novel. So if something were changed in it, how would that change the meaning for you? Writers specifically use these devices to create meaning for us. So as you're looking for these devices and finding these things, think about the meaning that it's creating. What is it doing for you? So feel free to mark in your books. If you have your own personal copy, mark in it. If you're using the PDF file, you may want to get a cheap little 17-cent spiral notebook and make notes in it as you're going along. That'd be a great thing for you to use as a study guide, because guys, we will have a test over this novel the first week of school. So be aware of that. So anyway, that's category 3. You're simply reading the book and doing a close reading of it, looking for things like tone, diction, similes, figurative language, etc. All right, so that's category 3. Category 4, you are completing a close reading and a response for a 2-page section from the book. You're simply finding 2 pages that you either found particularly beautiful, compelling, interesting, or confusing. And it says to photocopy it. If you have your own copy of your book and you have access to a copy machine, by all means, feel free to photocopy it. What I would do is I would just simply pull up that PDF file, locate the section within those pages that you're wanting to complete your close reading and response on, and print those pages off. I think that's going to be a lot easier for you than trying to locate a copy machine. But again, I will take a photocopied page, so it's up to you. But you're going to complete a close reading of that 2-page passage. You're going to mark, and this tells you exactly how to do it. You're going to mark or highlight words, phrases, sentences, or paragraphs that particularly demonstrate Hawthorne's style. And it gives you some questions to ask yourself. So basically, you're working with the text. So if a sentence is completely confusing to you and there's about 4 words in there that you don't even know what they mean, circle them, put a big giant question mark out, maybe write the word define or unfamiliar or something like that to help you know that you need to look those words up. If you found some imagery in there that was just really prolific, you may want to underline that and write imagery with some exclamation points out there. Or if a character says something that really sways your opinion of them, you may want to underline that and go, they really are evil, or something like that in the margin. This is simply you interacting with the text. But again, there are some different questions and things that you can ask yourself as you're going along. I have also provided some resources explaining how to do a close reading on my blog, and I'll show you that at the end of this video. So that's category 4. Actually, you need to, let me go back here. I've talked about the close reading, but you do have to do a response. So once you do your close reading, you need to complete a 500-word response to the process. And that's the close reading process. Your interaction with the text, that's what you're responding to. Why did you choose that passage? What was beautiful or compelling about it? Why did you select it? Was it confusing, or did you just really like it? Was it interesting? Was it full of figurative language? Is that why you selected it? Why did you select it? What did you learn about the passage by doing the close reading? What went well as you looked closely, word by word, at the passage? Those are some of the things that you're going to ask yourself. Like you can see, there's a few more questions, but those are some of the things you're going to ask yourself as you move through. Again, there are resources on my blog that will give you better examples of how to do a close reading, but I'll show you those at the end. So that's category 4. Do the close reading, do the 500-word response to the process. And again, that has to be in MLA format. It says it here. Category 5. You are going to select a symbol from the novel. There are plenty to choose from. And you're going to compose a 2-page essay explaining the meaning of that symbol in the novel. Again, guys, it's got to be in MLA format, but I already have provided you the link for MLA formatting help up there at the top. And again, I linked to it off of my blog as well. So you're just going to write a 2-page paper explaining the meaning of the novel. Make sure and provide text evidence that backs up your assertion. So if you think a specific tree in the novel is a symbol of life, then you're going to write about how, like, you're giving your opinion as to why that tree symbolizes life, but you must provide text evidence backing up your claim. So that's basically all you're doing in that one. I've also provided a checklist to make sure that you've done everything you need to do, just kind of a quick glance, because I know sometimes all the writing and typing, you can kind of get bogged down in it. It's kind of nice just to have a clear, clean-cut checklist of what you need to complete. So basically, you need the personal glossary of terms, and again, the words are there, and it needs to be in your own words and in MLA format with cites. So, or with citations. So where did you look up your words? Which sources did you use to look up your words? So you need to cite those. You need to create complete the close reading passage, which is a 2-page section where you've done the close reading. You need to respond in 500 words to the process of the close reading. And again, there are questions there. Again, that has to be in MLA format. And then you're going to write that 2-page essay over a symbol in the novel. So there is your checklist. Are these for grade? Absolutely. So your glossary of terms is 2 daily grades. Your close reading response is 2 daily grades. This is your response to the close reading, but the close reading portion, that has to be attached to that. So you can't just hand me an essay or a 500-word response. I need the close reading section where you've marked and interacted with the text as well. That's worth 2 daily grades. And then your symbolism essay is worth 2 daily grades. And like I said earlier, you will have an exam over the during the first week over the book. So, and it is comprehensive, so it's over the whole novel. So make sure that you understand what's going on. So there is your English 3 assignment. Like I said, I've also provided tons of resources for you on my blog. Let me scoot up here and go over all of those for you. Go back up here to the top. All right, so there's the summer reading. I don't know what's going on here. Let me go back here and see if this helps. Okay. I have provided some close reading help here. And then here's a video explaining how to do a close reading. Here's the online writing lab for Purdue University. Here is how to read literature like a professor. If you click on that link there, it'll take you to the full text for free. I told you that I had provided the full text of the Scarlet Letter. If you click there, there's your PDF file. And here is your full audio book for the novel. Here are some more annotation tips for close reading on how to work with those texts. And then there's the bottom, and there's the actual assignment. I also want to point out, because I just posted this as well, that on August 10th, we're going to open up the computer lab from 10 to 2 in the morning. August 10th is scheduled pickup. So if you need to be able to type your paper, or you need help with something, this is a great opportunity for you to come in and get help with that. And on August 11th, we'll be there from 10 to 12, or 10 to 2, pardon me, in the computer lab downstairs at the high school. So if you have any questions or need any help or need to print your paper, these 2 dates are a great opportunity for you to come in and get that help, or to use a computer or use a printer, whatever you need to do. Again, that's August 10th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and August 11th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact me, Miss Lowry, at shelby.lowry@bonhamisd.org. My email address is all over everything, so you can find it there as well. I hope you guys are having a great summer, and we'll look forward to seeing you on August 24th. Thanks. Bye.